We've just arrived in Fort Lauderdale from crossing the Gulf Stream. While trying to navigate a drawbridge, we found that the starboard prop isn't feathering when putting the engine into reverse, which is causing the engine to stall. So we found an anchorage to drop the hook, and Jeremiah got right to work. We may have found the issue. Jeremiah just dove in the water to check our props because he didn't think that they were going in reverse or feathering to go when we go in reverse, and he confirmed our props are stuck. So that means we have to service our props in the water. So that's bad news, but it's also good news because that could be our problem.
That's it.
Luckily, the previous owner John left a service kit aboard.
Here's that thing, Max props. So that's obviously one of our kits.
Having a dive system aboard makes this stuff so much easier. Are you ready? Let's do it. Welcome to Lazy Gecko Sailing. Looking for something exciting, free, and real? If so, you found the right place. Meet Calypso, our floating home.
It's not working.
We're sailing her all over and taking you for the ride. Please click on subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun.
So we made this little satchel bag for him. Has some parts in it. He'll just hang it right there on the prop. The little part's on the spoon.
Alright.
And we are going to GoPro this so he'll wear a head mount.
See ya.
Our props are called max props. They're low drag propellers that basically feather flat when we sail, which gets us more speed. A big deal when you're sailing long distances. These require greasing about once a year. We serviced ours about 7 months ago while on the hard. You just unscrew these two plugs to put the grease in. Jeremiah will use a little bag attached to the prop shaft to keep each plug from falling to the sea floor. Then he'll install a Zerk fitting where the plug was. Next, he'll use a grease gun to grease the prop while rotating the blades at the same time. While trying to move the grease throughout the gearing, he noticed a lot of play in the blades.
Put this back on, and then we'll move it to the other side.
That prop's damaged?
Yeah, it's definitely like jiggling. Like all the blades probably got electrolysis damage, so I have to get it rebuilt, replaced. Hopefully just rebuilt.
Our props weren't properly cared for in Calypso's early years. That, along with tons of electrolysis that we just had in the Bahamas, has done some pretty severe damage.
Both props are messed up. So the one on this side was seized up. We've had a problem with some electrolysis, especially in the marina that we were at. So maybe it got damaged, but I think you also have to service these so often, take them off service. So we can have this done in the water, remove the prop, send the prop to Max Props, they rebuild the whole thing, put it back on. But we could also do it on the hard. It really all depends what we want to do, but I think we can go with it. Like,
Think we'll be able to go in reverse now?
I think so. That side over there, I mean, I'm able to go like this all the way. With it, at that side over there, I'm gonna check this prop over here because that one's doing something different. Like it feels looser.
Well, here we decided to stop, pull into a marina, and get some work done.
This is our brownies octopus thingamabobber. Look at this. Look at these little things popping off here. That's BS, dude.
Hopefully that's not an indication of the equipment.
Nah, the equipment's in great shape. These things, I understand, are pretty pricey. Luckily, it came with the boat. We had our dive compressor service the other day. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I used this tank here like 5 days ago to service the Max props. So I thought maybe I'd just use the gear they just serviced to pump it up. That way, if anything's wrong, you know, we're still here where Brownies is. Brownies is in Fort Lauderdale. It's who installed our dive compressor and who services it. We'll see how it goes. Our compressor port is right here. So I just hook that up there, and then I hook this up, and then I make sure all these are closed. This one was open. And then I'll hook one up to the tank that I want to service. Now I can do all 4 tanks at the same time. This tank is at 3,000 pounds already. I don't have to service that one. This was the lower one, so I'll just hook the one up and try to put this somewhere where I can look at the gauge real easily. See what it says. Starting to get there, here it goes. Alright, that tank's at about 2,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the compressor on. So all I do is flip it up in our special equipment, and it's in our diving equipment, and it's on. So all we have to do is make sure we're not running, because it pulls a lot of amps once it gets up to pressure. You can hear it.
Having the ability to fill your own dive tanks aboard, even while offshore, is amazing.
The dive compressor is back here. It sucks air from the cabin. There's a filter inside the cabin, so that runs up in there. So you're pulling air from, like, you know, what should be good, the cabin. That way you're not getting like diesel exhaust or something like that if you're running that. So I'm just gonna open this up. Now everything's open. Right now we're at about 1950, and it takes a while, probably like an hour or so, for it to go all the way up from whatever. I can hook 4 tanks up right here, fill up all 4 tanks. This is the second time we've gotten the dive compressor serviced, and what they do is they come out, they change the oil. This time it needed a new belt. It was kind of making noises. It's running great now, but oil change, belt, filters. Those filters are only good for like 2 years or something like that, but every 6 months you change them. They do all that, and the coolest thing about it is that they test the air. So they take an air sample, they take it back, and they do like an assessment on it, and they give you a report. That way you can show, hey, you know, this air's good or whatever, you know. But it'll take a little while. It's already heading towards 2,000. It will fill up to 3,000 and then shut itself off. We can only run this on AC power, so we're on a dock or at anchor with a generator running. So this is pretty awesome. I mean, you can go on a dive. You could have 4 people go for a dive, come back during your break, run the generator, fill all 4 tanks, and all 4 go again.
We had a super successful day today, did we not?
Yeah, it was amazing.
So we rented a car from Enterprise. It was $92, and we started knocking stuff out. Reese got a haircut, I got my eyebrows done. Those aren't big deals, but they're nice to have when you're on the boat. We ordered a mattress, and they're gonna come and draw the stencil out and everything else and make the mattress for us. That's exciting because both of our backs have been hurting. We've been using the pad that came with the boat, which is 8 years or 9 years old now. And then we had the wood people come. Check out our wood, it's starting to split. This is from that lovely trip up north that we took. The boat condensated right here. He said it's not too bad. He's gonna be able to fix it. You'll still be able to see it, but it'll stop the splitting, so the crack. We're trying to save it before we have to replace it. So we have that on each side of our cabin. We approved the Calypso artwork. Our starboard graphic has started to come off, so it was time to get them replaced. Now to just choose the color.
The sun has changed the colors tremendously. It's so weird that it's printed on clear. Oh yeah, you can see already.
Yeah.
You can see how they changed.
Man, I think that top one's the one. What do you think?
Jeez.
You're the pro, man.
Well, no, it's not. You're good. It's just now you guys got to try to, like I said, that sun's faded that. We don't know what color that was.
Yeah.
The sun's faded that boot stripe. We don't really know what color it was.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just about what color red do you love at that point.
Well, I mean, obviously it's the top one, right, babe?
That's what I was thinking right when I saw it.
It's darker. It's gonna fade, right? Over
At some
time.
point, I mean.
Yeah, that's already faded.
That's faded.
Yeah. What do you think, babe?
Immediately I thought the top one.
Yeah. Are you thinking of another one?
I like the top or the bottom.
I think we should go with the top. We've been trying to get this thing done. I think that looked pretty good. I'm excited to see it. Now you gotta call the guy to remove it?
I am. A real nice guy. And I had to like cancel on him today, which I didn't like, but I'm gonna call him to get him to remove it, and then we'll be throwing the new one on. I really like it.
It looks awesome.
We agreed on that top color. Immediately I was like the top one.
And we're gonna get t-shirts and everything made with it, so it'll be sick.
Yeah.
And I think we should just have a sticker like that too. All right, give him a call.
Okay. And then tomorrow the guys come to remove the decal. We've been in Fort Lauderdale for 4 business days.
Yeah, it's been crazy, yeah.
It's happening. I am blown away at how quickly things are just getting knocked off our list.
We've already gotten like at least like 3 weeks worth of stuff, maybe a month worth of stuff done. And we've only been here 4 days,
You're helping. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And we're staying at the pier house, so it's super cheap. It's, well, for a catamaran, it's super cheap. It's $77 a day in Fort Lauderdale in the middle of everything. I'm just blown away. If you need stuff done, this is where you want to come. I think we'll be off the dock hopefully sometime this week, and we'll be done.
Hopefully.
And that's that. Another fabulous season has come to an end. The Bahamas were spectacular as usual. We have some big plans in our future and are so excited to share them with you. So, stay tuned for a first look of season 11. This is going to be good. Over the past 7 years, we've been recording our daily lives and making YouTube videos while traveling on our 44-foot sailboat. It's been an amazing journey, and we're so thrilled you've been a part of it. We often talk about what's next for us. Should we stop sailing and buy a normal home? I mean, we've already made some epic memories. When I think back to how far we've come, I sometimes find myself in awe. For instance, that time we sailed through the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a big one there.
This was something we'll never forget.
That's what I'm talking about.
That, plus the East Coast, Bahamas, and more. We've been so fortunate to have had this time on the sea. So back to our original question, what's next? You might have seen that we've recently purchased an RV, in addition to our boat. We're gonna mix it up a bit, maybe get a different perspective and see parts of the world that we haven't explored yet. Hurricane season will be here before long. Instead of sitting still waiting for November, why not travel the US on the RV? That could be fun. Oh, and we also had this other idea.
Okay, slow down, Mama. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Baby's out. Yep. Oh, my goodness.
More to come on that little addition. So, how do we get to the point of having a baby? Well, we certainly didn't sell the boat. That crap's not happening. We're just adding more fun to the mix, and you're about to come along for the ride. But first, we're going sailing. So sit back and enjoy this sneak peek of season 11 of Lazy Gecko Sailing.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Of course, Calypso is still the star of the show.
Service the dive compressor, decal for us. Jeremiah is now working on the bilge pumps.
And apparently it works.
I'm gonna cry. I'm shaking. So I'm just honking like a crazy maniac. We were not ready for those hundreds of boats to come flying at us when we're driving into the storm. I got the 2 most important items. Got my steaks going. They said, hey, go enjoy it. And I'm like, all right.
New drone. Well, I'm gonna be doing some maintenance. Supposed to remove minor surface imperfections.
I better see some like shining in the hall.
We'll flash back to a boat show we attended.
For the Annapolis Boat Show. The Naval Academy.
It's a lot better than paying $800 a night. That's
altitude.
Here we are, walking through Pussers. It's my favorite place to be here. Pussers? I have no clue.
He invited us out the other night.
I was laying everybody to place.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm trying to get, okay, I gotta get back into Captain John now. Now they're gonna do a Yanmar hybrid system.
I'm gonna do a shot and a half.
How you feeling about the haul out?
Don't F this up.
If it wasn't for John though, the boat would have been destroyed.
It's lit.
Oh! Victory!
This is why I sold Calypso. I hate it. I want to leave. I want to go home. The hinges kind of gone crappy. Max props. I have to swap them over to right-handed. Prop speed on the shaft.
Then we'll be sailing to Panama. Or will we?
This stuff will last us 4 months.
Dum dum dum.
Pregnancy test.
View of the flow of urine hitting the stick.
I already see it.
What do you see?
Oh man.
It looks like there's some type of a line forming.
Head on over to this little peanut island. Hi! Megan's here. Jeremiah's second oldest daughter.
Go for it.
It's like full body workout.
You're approaching the Navy restricted zone.
You can go around Key West and just search for things.
You're all due!
I feel it.
You feel what? Isn't this fun?
No.
Are you having fun?
Even though I'm morning sick as crap, we'll bring crew aboard.
Hi!
Hi, how you doing?
We got Lucy.
I'm Lucy.
Hi.
I'm ready.
You look beautiful.
Well, don't go floating the other way. Full circle.
It's gonna be like a Zumba class. I have to put music and woohoo! I felt like I was in a hurricane.
And it's all fun and games until it isn't.
To get out of the water. That's what I keep saying. You're right.
He's in the water trying to rescue his boat.
He's being stupid. Winds are blowing like 30, almost 40.
We'll have our scariest moment on the water to date.
Now the other boat is broken free. And they're both going beam to this other boat.
In the water, oh my lord.
She's our dolphin caller.
It's not easy. No. Let's practice when you're at the boat. When you're at Calypso, then you show me again. I feel like I'm not gonna throw up.
You know those military men, they're like,
That's because of the little accident we had.
cheers.
Then we're sailing on.
How you doing, babe?
I'm okay.
We were just chilling in the cockpit, and then boom. This is where you throw up when you're pregnant.
I hope you're ready for what's coming now. I'm the one on the lady that would bring it down.